D8, straight into the action. It's not much of a service history. It's got 2 books stamps from the 6K, nothing from the 12, and I had the 18K. I don't know what was done though. That's the old air filter, so it hasn't been changed for a long time. Chain rubbing strip rubbed all the way through. The actual chain bolts on the swing arm is seized in, so he's got a new swing arm to replace it with a second hand one. Switched that over already. Even the chain strip off the second hand swinging arm is rubbed all the way through, but the chain bolts move. There's a new swinging arm on. You don't need to get stainless chain adjusters, just copper grease your original ones and they won't seize. Onto the headstock next, probably is dry as well. There's the steering head bearings. They haven't been apart, but there's a bit of grease in there still. 2015 bike, 36,000 miles. Let's give them a clean. Grease them back up. And some chocolate cake. Yeah, onto the valves. I've already checked the clearances. Had 5 out of the 6 exhaust clearances tight. Also doing the cam timing adjustment. You see the screws that keep the sprockets on, little paint dots, that's what comes on from the factory. So it hasn't ever been done. So I've got those loosened off now. To do the adjustment when it gets built back up, I've got to change the shims first. Chain tension it. There's a part there when draining in the oil pan. So old shims out. Pretty much all the same size, 2.45mm. Put some 2.4s in there. There's the engine. You can see the top of the valve, the little circle in the middle. It's the top of the valve what the shim sits on to make the right gap. It's partially built back up after changing the shims. Do the cam timing. You've got a pin locking the crank in place. You've got a bracket that goes in the slots in the back of the cams to keep those perfectly straight. And this is the timing marks. Focus. This is the timing marks on the newer models compared to my old ones where they're on the actual cams, but these move now. There's a tool. It's a manual chain tensioner. Just wind that in. Proper torque setting. And that puts the tension on the chain to move the sprockets. Then you put new screws in, because they've been loosened off. You get fresh ones in the service kit with Loctite on. Fit those two. You can take out the locking pins and plate, turn the engine over, fit the other two. And recheck your valve clearances again after that, and the timing. So that's the diagnostics ran, bike's back together, the engine's back together at least. Just the oil draining, I get the bike built back up. And again you can see the comparison in the old and new filter. They're not usually that bad at all, but that is, I'm going to say, 32,000 miles of dirt. Hey, that's that one done. Let it run now. I'll have a tidy up, check the oil, and that's me finished for the day. Be half free time I get done. Alright, so that's us parked up again, back in the same place I was last night because I'm in Southampton again tomorrow for another 36k service on a street triple. Got some fresh sushi this time for dinner. It's not all burger vans and fast food. To start off that way, but your shop gets sick of all that. I'll get this video edited. They don't actually take long anyway. It takes more time to upload them. Eat this food, probably watch a film, and that's it for today. Thankfully the dog doesn't like sushi, so I get this to myself, but he will expect some still. See you tomorrow.